Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
March 30, 2020, the tone-deaf edition. First up, from the New York Times, coronavirus may add billions to the nation's healthcare bill as insurance premiums could spike as much as 40% next year, a new analysis warns, as employers and insurers confront the projected tens of billions of dollars in additional costs of treating coronavirus patients. With so much still uncertain about how widespread hospitalizations for coronavirus patients will be, this could be a huge jump in cost for both employers and individuals. To protect businesses from sharper rates, there may be a temporary federal program, but this has not yet been passed. There is no insurer, state, or any other group that has planned out put money away for something this significant. So the coronavirus impact may be with us for some time. Next up, in our title story from the Wall Street Journal, ads that were meant to be clever and now they're just tone deaf as brands scramble to amend, remove, or rework commercials amid coronavirus crisis, i.e. things that are now no longer rather finger-licking good. Encouraging people to eat cheese dip with their fingers is suggesting they pull back from using social media in favor of bonding in crowded bars isn't the best guidance right now. As a result, brands around the country are scrambling to change their advertising because of the growing health crisis that has wrecked the economy. And their messages, which may have seemed innocuous, clever, or funny a few weeks ago, now do not. It's really no laughing matter. So offbeat ads that may have been interesting before are no longer interesting. And I find this really a fascinating exploration of things that what is risk, because you may not have thought something that would be finger-licking good is now risky for your business. Next up, in a very disconcerting note, as reported in the Washington Post, Trump takes steps to curb new Inspector General's autonomy. From the president, who does not want any oversight, he sought to curb provisions saying that presidential authority over Inspector General's office. Obviously, this will presage a major battle between the White House and Capitol Hill, as Trump wants not only no investigation, but not even oversight of the monies that he's going to direct be spent on his friends and no doubt the Trump empire and the Kushner empire. And finally, from the Washington Post, an article about Boeing. And Boeing is an example of how keeping Wall Street happy can undermine your business. And if you're already interested in seeing how well-paid corporate directors can get a raise, paid for, of course, by the company, but voted by themselves, during a horrendous mess, you can only look at the Boeing Corporation, which its directors managed to give themselves a $20,000 pay raise in the middle of their incredible PR crisis. And now, of course, they've claimed that because of their own mess, they need $60 billion in federal bailout money to save the company, once again, through actions entirely of their own fault. But they want no oversight and they want no federal equity in it, and they say that they won't take the money if that's what it's going to take. So it's going to be interesting whether Boeing wants to be accountable or not going forward, or whether they will be accountable or not. They do not want to be accountable.
I am proud to announce a new podcast premiering this week on the Compliance Podcast Network. It's Compliance and Coronavirus. I wanted to bring some clarity and sanity to the compliance practitioner around coronavirus. So for the next foreseeable future, at least 8 weeks, I'll be podcasting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of each week on a topic related to coronavirus, COVID-19. Check it out with the Daily Compliance News.